Now, the senior national football side, the Black Stars, secured the first win in the ongoing African Cup of Nations to book a place in the next round of the competition. The 2-0 victory over Guinea-Bissau also meant that they finished on top of Group F, thanks to a superior goal advantage after the Cameroon-Benin game ended in a goalless draw. Now, Ghana will, as a result, meet the runner-up in Group E, which is Mali, Tunisia, Angola, and Mauritania. The matches in that group are currently underway. Now, let's go to Ted's place, where Nathaniel Atto is standing by to give us a recap of the match. Hello, Nat. What can you tell us, or how did you see the match from where you are?
Nations 2019, and of course, we viewed the game from here in Ted's place in Kanda, together with our partners DSTV Supersport, and it's been a wonderful time so far. Many people have left. I'm sure many people are going to continue the celebrations elsewhere. Let me just go over and talk to a few friends of mine who are still here and are still, basking in the very big win that the Black Stars have recorded. Hi, how are you doing? Good to see you.
Fine, thank you.
All right, now you tell me, what were your expectations going into this game, considering the first two performances of the Black Stars?
Exactly, this has been what I'm expecting. I knew we were going to win today because Ghanaians are hungry and thirsty and wanting to win for the very first time in this competition. So what so far has happened is exactly what we want to see.
All right, what we want to see, some more fans here. We're coming to you live from Kanda, specifically in Ted's place. Hi, how are you doing?
I'm super good.
What's your name?
My name is Henry.
Okay, Henry, you saw the full game, 90 minutes of action. What are your thoughts? Ghana winning by 2-0 and sealing a place in the next stage of the competition after a very tough run of games.
I think that's a nice game. We played very well, and I think we have to keep it up. If you continue playing this way, probably we are going to bring the cup back to Ghana.
Is this a thought that you've held, like, previously or before the start of this tournament?
I must confess, prior to this game, I was a little bit afraid. But then from what I saw today, I think we are good to go. And come what may, the cup will come to Ghana.
All right, good to go. Come what may, the cup is coming to Ghana. Renewed confidence in the fans. Hi, how are you doing?
Yeah, I'm doing good.
Now, you tell me as well. There were many people who were a little doubtful about the Black Stars possibly performing against Guinea-Bissau. You saw the game. What are your impressions?
My impressions, I don't have any doubt about the Black Stars, because I know from time immemorial they come out very slow by playing draws, winning 1-0, and then they develop to we've been to 9 finals, which is a force to reckon. And I knew and I believed that Black Stars were going to do good. We can't wait for Guinea-Bissau to beat us. We drew with Cameroon. It was a good match at that time. And I had a belief that Black Stars were going to win and we are going to go forward. And that I believe that we can go much further. Another finals, at least, we will do it.
Now, many people talk about how not necessarily confident they are in the Black Stars. What is inspiring this confidence and what is pushing this confidence in you as a fan?
Well, you see, football, there are people who knows football. And a lot of people talk bad about the players and the coach. The coach knows what he is doing. He knows the players to use at a certain time. And he's doing his job. Right now, today we won by 2-0. We were able to beat Guinea-Bissau. Though people may think they are not our match. Guinea-Bissau is not our match. And that Guinea-Bissau is a small country. They are not in football. But nowadays in football, any country can play. All countries can play football due to the technicalities of football. You see, before Ghana, we play samba football like Brazil. But all football has changed. Brazil is no more playing samba. Ghana is no more playing samba. It is technical, and anybody can win. Today, I was a little afraid of them giving out set pieces to them. It was dangerous for us. But we've managed to win by 2-0. I believe everybody is happy. Kwaku Bonsam is happy. We are all happy.
Indeed, we're all happy, and we'll be analyzing the Ghana's game against Guinea-Bissau in a bit with football coach Nana Ajimang and George Ado Jr. of Joy Sports. What do you think worked for us this time round?
Nana, you're taking it first?
No, I'm not. I'm thinking about the answer.
Well,
George, what do you think worked for us?
I think that some very bad defending from Guinea-Bissau in the first goal. Jordan Ayew had that pass, was a good pass from Baba Rahman, but when Jordan Ayew had the ball, the Guinea-Bissau defender allowed Jordan to catch him and allowed him to pass him by and walk straight, and he had all the time in the world to pick his spot.
What could he have done? He may have brought him down and gone in.
No, maybe he could have gone in quick for a sliding tackle.
That resulted in a penalty.
A sliding tackle, a very good one, or he could have made it difficult for Jordan to pass him. Even when Jordan had the ball, he could have made it easy and shepherded him outside the 18-yard box. But of course, Jordan did well to get the ball into the net, which was good. I think the second goal, yes, came after some stabilization in the midfield. And it was important when Ifri Akwa came on and he was partnering with Mubarak Wakasu. We realized that the midfield had stabled a bit. Everything had become cool, because from the first half to the point when Ifri Akwa came on, really, it was topsy-turvy in the midfield. It was very difficult with the likes of Thomas Partey, who are not good tacklers of the ball. So yes, I think that yes, when he came on, it was calm, and then the ball went in, and we had another opportunity, Baba Rahman with that cross, and it went into it. So I would say yes, Jordan Ayew has probably grown a bit clinical, but in the goals we saw, he had a lot of time to get the goal. The Thomas Partey one, once Ifri Akwa had come on, he had been given the liberty to go further forward, and that's why he found himself when that cross came in from Baba Rahman again. So defensive frailties from Guinea-Bissau and slight sharpness from the Black Stars.
Now, Nana Ajimang, don't you think that we did something differently this time around?
Well, I'm not sure. I mean, what we did differently was we won. That was the best thing we did differently. I don't think in terms of the play that we did, because I was screaming at the first 45 minutes because I'd not seen a Black Star performance like that before in a very long time, because there was no cohesive, it wasn't coordinated, the way we approached the whole game, it was totally dysfunctional. And had that shot gone in at the crossbar, that hit the crossbar, would have been a completely different game, I can tell you. So I don't think that the players changed at all. I think it still remains the same. It's just not cohesive enough. It's as if we've never trained together, to be honest with you. But when the goal did come, that did give us some relief. And I'm happy Jordan scored that goal. But I agree with George. I mean, if you look at that goal critically, the defender just said, okay, go and score that goal. Whereas in a normal situation, I mean, if Jordan has got that opportunity in Crystal Palace, he won't even enter the box because he will be shepherded out. But that defender just said, okay, go on have a shot. And he did, and he put it in the back of the net. But that's not taking credit away from Jordan, because that's 2 goals now that he scored, and 2 very important goals as well, because that goal was a very important goal, because had that goal not come, I think we're looking at a draw.
A lot has been said about our ability to finish our passes and complete our passes. Did you see an improvement in this game?
I actually saw an improvement when Ifri Akwa came on, and that the likes of Thomas Partey had gone forward. So then it eased up the play. But in the first half and part of the second half, it was still confusing to get the roles out clearly with what they were doing in the midfield. The passing wasn't good, the tackling wasn't good. We didn't see a clear passage of play where you think a team is working out triangles and moving the ball like we've seen the others do. So they have a lot of work to do in terms of improving the entire play. You are not, and remember, like we said before the game, that this is Guinea-Bissau. Yeah. All due respect to Guinea-Bissau, they haven't scored a goal in the whole tournament they played. Cameroon beat them, by 2-0 as well. So we wanted to see if the team had grown cohesively. I don't think that has been answered. We've got the win, we've qualified, but there's still a lot of work to be done, in sorting out things. I think going forward, Kwesi Appiah may want to look at Ifri Akwa and Mubarak Wakasu, but that may be an entirely different question depending on the midfielders that you come up against. Right. And you're going to meet some good midfielders going into the round of 16. So we have a lot of work to do.
But Nana Ajimang, let's cut the Black Stars some slack. We didn't really have any hope in them, and we thought that all hope was lost, but they've ended up as on top of Group F.
That's the irony of it, isn't it?
I mean, we need
a few days ago we were thinking about they're coming back to the airport.
Exactly. Yeah.
But now they're top of the group, and you've got to give credit to the coach for that as well. I mean, he can't escape not being credited with that victory, because if he had lost, I would have probably had hammer and chisel and everything out and a wooden cross out in the front of Joy FM, just for him with his name on. But he's won the match, and I think he deserves the credit. Kudos to the coach, because he stuck with it despite all the criticism, and the majority of the criticism has been constructive, to be fair. I've not personalised it, and I think a lot of people haven't. They've just questioned capacity. So I think there's a lot of credit for him. He's got a lot of work to do. I do concur with what George has said, because with a free Aqua on the park, Thomas Partey can come within his own. Because how did he end up in the 6-yard box, in their 6-yard box on the end of a cross? It wouldn't have happened 2 games ago, but it's happened now, and I hope that the coach now realises who should actually be there. It's probably a blessing that Achu is injured. With all due respect, I hope the injury isn't serious, but that's probably a blessing, because this 11 that he started with is much more better than the 11 he started with before. Bearing in mind, however, that they had a whole lot of problems in the first 45 minutes. But I agree with, the Aqua should be on there, teaming up with Wakasu and freeing up Partey a little bit more, so he can venture a little bit more and support the two.
And substitute the Ayew right when he's tired.
Okay.
15 minutes, 16 minutes.
That's a controversial. We'll come back and look at the opponents we're likely to be playing in the round of 16. But some sports enthusiasts and supporters, they want the coach of the Black Stars, Apia, to make changes for Ghana's next match if we have to make it through to the quarterfinals. The excited fans tell JoyNews they want the big name players to step up to the occasion. Komladom was at Cessna's Eatery in Accra, where fans watched the game.
But so far, 45 minutes, some chances for the Black Stars. Andre Ayew, Kwabena Owusu, what do you make generally of 45 minutes gone?
Well, the 45 minutes, what I can say is that the players have done well in one way or the other. But some of the chances that they have been missing, that's our worries.
45 minutes, second half, then our person who was our game.
Second half, there will be more changes because you strike and one. Yeah, you want to be a big boy. Yeah, penny, yeah, see a winning match. And to match, I said, Master, what you strike a ball, elbow, be to me, flow, elbow, ultimate, what's on me and you went to Master Bono. And so I said, what you come.
So he says they want a win, they want some changes at the end of the second half, and they want the coach to effect those changes that will bring the needed win.
In himself, second half, within 10 minutes there, me Asanka, me support to me himself. Into Bianca
We heard there's some very confident supporters of the Black Stars who hope that in the next 45 minutes the Stars will get a goal, which will get the Black Stars move on to the next stage of the competition. Ended here at the Cessna's Eatery 37, where the Black Stars have beat their Guinea-Bissau counterpart by 2-0. At the end of the first half, I spoke to some of the fans who were here. They expected some changes, they expected goals, but It's all ended now. Let me get their reactions. It's game over, 2-0 for the Black Stars. Are you satisfied?
Yes, we are satisfied. I think Ghana Black Stars have done well. They have made us proud, and we thank them for that. But going forward, we want to ask our coach that we beg him. He should be able to take tough decisions. We need tough decisions.
Like what?
Like bringing in a free Aqua to make the changes for us. He should push Partey forward and then let the day you play the wins for us, and we can make the win. And we won the cup. For 37 years, we've not won the cup. We need the cup.
You agree with him?
I agree with him 100%. And also to the coach, he has really done well by making some things during the second half. And those second half things that he did was the one that brought about the improvement, especially for the goals. So I pray that our next qualification that we've qualified right now, the next this one round that we are going, he should make sure that everything that he's going to do, he should make sure the changes that he has done should affect us positively, right, to bring about a change. Thank you very much.
Both of them talk about the coaches and then the changes he has to make. But from the perspective of the players, what should they do going forward?
This is a clear case. This is a clear case for the coach to sit up and do better things. He's the coach. He's our national coach. He has the final decision. We don't want him to just sit down and be making selection. We want him to bring his ideas. Do this, do that on the foot. You don't sit down. You don't just stand and watch the ball as if you're talking to your girlfriend or something like that. We need Kwesi Appiah to work. We need him to work. I don't know, but we pay him so much money, my brother. You understand? He takes a lot of money. Bring your ideas. Don't sit back and just do selection. Kwesi Appiah should act. Kwesi Appiah should act. Action.
You agree with them? They say Kwesi Appiah should act. I mean, they want to see Kwesi Appiah do a lot more on the touchlines, inspire the players. I mean, he should do something. Beyond that, how should we take the next round of qualification, the next round? How should we be going into the games from your perspective?
First of all, let me say big thanks to the coach. He has really done very well because we won this match through the coach, because we won through the bench. Yes. And I'm happy with the tactics of the coach this very day. The day Ayew was he had a good day, and then what I'm expecting for the next match is Free Aqua is doing all the dirty work. We want him to start a Free Aqua. So at least the day you may have chance to be distributing the balls to the other players. That's the only thing that I want him to do for me. But apart from that, I'm happy.
Right, so those were some of the fans expressing their views about how they felt the game should be changed. Now, I'm here back in the studio with George Addo Jr. and Nana Jemang. What do you think should change? I'll start with you, Nana Jemang.
Well, I think, as clearly with them, I concur with them. Free Aqua, he's a starter because he's stabilised everything. So you don't want to experiment and say, okay, we'll keep him on the bench, and if things aren't stable, then we'll bring him up. Start with your best foot forward, have your best 11 out there. So let's have Aqua there. Let's take Adu off. He can't cope with it. Bring Newell back. And then you've got your original back four. You've just got one change in the middle of the park. And you give the Ayew brothers the benefit of the doubt and continue them up there together. It's not a 4-4-1-1 because I saw that as the formation. It's a straight 4-4-2. Let's just push them out there. And when the coach recognises that, you know, one or two players are feeling the pressure, let's switch it up and give them the break they need instead of trying to take more from them. And because the substitutes are there, so let's use them. So
George, I see you nodding whilst Nana Jemang was speaking. So you essentially concur with what he had to say.
Just about it.
All right. So we're supposed to meet the runner-up in Group E, and in Group E we have Mali, Tunisia, Angola, and Mauritania. Which of them would you rather we met?
Mali.
The match is actually
the matches are on, and I think it's either going to be Mali or Tunisia. To be fair. You think that we have a chance against Tunisia? We can find a way around them. I've seen them play. Against Mali, the grit they have in midfield is really tight, and they are fighters. Because they are fighters, they're tough. They've naturally been tough for us. We found a way to beat Mali when we need to beat them. So, I would go for Tunisia. If we can play Tunisia, that's fine. If we meet Mali, we're not out of it yet. We just need to get a very strong midfield. And the boys need to be determined. That's the way to go around Mali because they have really looked good so far in this tournament.
Jemang?
For me, it doesn't matter. I think we've got to take that out of our mind, especially the technical team. I think they've got to be prepared to prepare the team to face anybody. Because look, this is the knockout. This is the knockout now. So any mistakes and you're out. So I don't want us to start thinking which country is going to be the easiest. we should look at it this way. Every country that comes through into the group of 16 are deserved winners of their group or runners-up of their group. And as such, they're all going to be highly competitively strong. So it doesn't matter who we face, prepare to face anybody. That's what I believe. Don't think about someone being easier than the other. Then you get your maths wrong. Just prepare to face everybody and let's move it on, as they say, one game at a time. All right,
thank you very much, George Adru Jr. and Nana Jimang, football coach. You're watching Joy News Prime, and the top headline this evening: after a shaky start, the Black Stars, after a shaky start to the 2019 AFCON 2019 campaign, the Black Stars managed to beat Guinea-Bissau 2-0 to top Group F. We are yet to know which other team we're going to be playing. With the suggestions that we may be playing either Mali or Tunisia. We're waiting to find out.